Professor Vivek Parekh. We will be going for the iron carbon diagram and the iron carbon equilibrium diagram, that is the allotropes of the iron. We have already gone through the things like how to generate an iron carbon diagram. Second one, allotropes of the iron. Third one, which are the critical reactions occurring inside an iron carbon diagram. So we have already gone through these different things. Now we will be going for the solidification of different types of the steels. In that, we have already known that there are three types of the steels. One, hypo-eutectoid steel. Second, hyper-eutectoid steel. And the third one, simply eutectoid steel. In today's lecture, we will be going for the eutectoid steel. Eutectoid steel is that type of the steel which occurs at 0.8% carbon only. So there is no range. Only at a particular percentage carbon this eutectoid steel is going to occur. That is, it occurs at a 0.8% carbon only. So whenever you are going for the manufacturing of such type of the thing, then during the melting and after melting process, whenever the solidification process starts, then which are the different stages which a steel is going to go from that particular passage, that different parts we will be studying in this video. So going from the top, because here there is a liquid point or the liquid region is there. So first of all, we will be going for the melting of a particular iron. So for that thing, we will be going on the top portion, that is in a liquid state. After that liquid state, our steel should always pass through 0.8% carbon, because we are interested in the eutectoid steel. So make a line over this particular region of a 0.8. And now from the particular zone, let us mark the first point to be over here, the first position over here. So this particular position occurs, that the first one that comes, the whole portion of your steel is in the liquid state. That means you can indicate the liquid in such a way. At bottom we have to write that is 100% liquid is present at point number 1. At point 1 there is an 100% of the liquid present. Now before moving down, now let us see one important thing about a particular thing, that whenever we are going for the solidification, we will not be taking this particular thing into consideration, because while showing this particular region to be enlarged, we are drawing this particular thing larger. Otherwise, the percentage composition, if we see, this is 0.55% carbon. So this region will not come under this particular area. So you can also draw like this also. The upper region can also be drawn like this thing, that a particular thing you can draw at a stage. You can avoid this thing, but if you want, you can draw. If you don't want, you don't have to draw that particular thing. Now, next one, that is whenever moving down on a solidification line, we can see that the particular second thing which comes, second region occurs, that is this point. The second region. This region is nothing but liquid plus austenite. That is liquid plus austenite. That is the second region comes, in which liquid is also present and austenite is also present. Here the dotted line, dashed lines indicates the liquid presence, and the particular phases indicate the austenite region. So here the second phase, that is known as a liquid plus austenite region. Now moving forward, for before cooling, if we further cool that particular material, whenever it comes, that is the point number 3 that comes or falls under the gamma region. Point 3 that comes under the gamma region. So the third one is indicated as whatever the thing you are drawing over here, austenite region, the same thing try to bring over here. The same thing is drawn over here, but liquid is gone away. So this particular region is known as an 100% gamma, that is austenite. 100% austenite is octane. Now further pulling, whenever we comes over here, that is our fourth point. The fourth point is based on alpha plus Fe3C. Alpha plus Fe3C. So our fourth point falls under the area of alpha plus Fe3C. As we have gone through the things, in a critical reaction we are knowing at 0.8 eutectoid reaction occurs, and that eutectoid reactions gives you 100% perlite. So perlite region is obtained, so this alpha plus Fe3C is known as a perlite. So here we will be drawing this is how the 100% perlite is there. This region is known as a 100% perlite region. What is perlite? Perlite is nothing but a lamellar structure. Lamellar structure means such type of a structure. One, it is of a alpha, or you can say ferrite. The another adjacent will be of a cementite. Alpha cementite. Alpha cementite. In this way, as we can see over here, the white portion is known as an alpha, the black portion is known as an Fe3C. So this is how you can prepare a perlite, or perlite is prepared. So in a eutectoid steel, we get 100% perlite over here. So basically these are the four different stages which are occurring in an eutectoid steel, while from a liquid region, whenever the liquid is cooled, it is cooling under these circumstances, and these four different regions are going to occur in this particular thing. Now, if we want to measure the percentage of perlite and cementite, or you can say perlite that is 100%. So if you want to measure ferrite and cementite at a certain point, suppose I want to join or measure over this point. Suppose let us make it as an A. And if I want to measure which two things, only two things are possible, either ferrite and cementite. That only we can find it out with this thing. So for that, plot the extreme marks of your ferrite and cementite. So that is this point, because ferrite starts over here. Let us take it as B. And another point cementite, that will be your C. A, B, C. Now, put the thing over here. That is A, B, C. Okay. Now, give the plotting of our percentage carbon over here. So B lies at 0.025. A is our line on which we are working, 0.8. C will be lying on at 6.67. So now, as you know, here there is an alpha region, you can say. Here Fe3C region is there. Now, for that, as we know, the lever rule, the same lever rule we will be applying it over here. So for finding out percentage of ferrite, that means we have to go the diagonal side. If ferrite is present over here, you have to go on the opposite side, that is AC divided by total BC multiplied by 100. This is the thing. Now, the same way, how AC is formed, AC, that is 6.67 minus 0.8 divided by 6.67 minus 0.025 multiplied by 100. And this is how you can find out the percentage of ferrite. The same way, if you want to find it out, percentage of cementite. If you want to find out percentage of cementite, cementite is present over here, so its opposite side, that is AB upon BC multiplied by 100. How AB can be calculated? That is 0.8 minus 0.025 divided by 6.67 minus 0.025 multiplied by 100. So by doing this, we can go for the particular percentage of ferrite and percentage of cementite. So in this way, we can go for the finding out of the percentage of ferrite and cementite of the thing. Now, same way we can also go for this particular room temperature also, taking it as this point as B, our this point because alpha is present over here as A and this point as C. So for room temperature it will become A, B, C. A lies at 0.008, B lies at 0.8 and C lies at 6.67. So the same way we can find it out ferrite and cementite at the room temperature also. And this is how we can go for the finding out of the eutectoid steel, percentage of cementite and ferrite, and which are the solid structures which are occurring while solidification. These are the different things of the eutectoid steel. And in the next upcoming lecture, we will be going for the hypoeutectoid steel and hypereutectoid steel also. Thank you.